All right. All right. You ready?
Yep.
Hi, my name is Corey Minter. I'm president of Trinity Employment Specialists. Trinity is a staffing company. We staff all over Tulsa and Oklahoma City. And our primary specific areas are in the healthcare field and also in banking and finance. And today, real quickly, I want to talk to you about some of the struggles that people might go through when they are trying to find a new job. You know, just recently we've had a lot of people get laid off, especially in the oil and gas field. And so because we're a recruiting company, we're always seeing people from the oil and gas field, and at the moment they're trying to find something else into a new field. So they're trying to transfer their skills into a new field, maybe try to change a different job category or a different career path. And so there's always some confusion that goes on there, and I've noticed so much frustration in a lot of people that have been coming into our place of business to interview with us. And so I thought that I would take just a couple of minutes here to share a couple of stories with you, and I also want to give you a pathway on what to expect and what to not become frustrated with. I hope this is going to help you. I think there's somebody that's going to help. So, you know, I had a meeting with someone that I kind of mentor, and he called me and he said, you know, I just feel like I'm wasting your time, Corey, because I'm not accomplishing this. I failed at that. And there were like 2 or 3 different things that he didn't meet his goals on, and it was frustrating for him. I could totally see why he was frustrated. But the one thing that he said to me really bothered me, and I'm hoping that this somehow resonates with someone that's having a tough time right now. But he said this. He said, you know, I think that I'd be doing you and me a favor if we just stopped meeting and me stop trying to move forward the way that I am. And so I asked him why. I wanted to know why. And he said that because of all these failures that were happening, he just didn't see his way out. And so he was going to just quit. And that just doesn't resonate with me. And I know that it's a part of my personality. But I also want to back up that with something else. You know, I went and I get invited to meet with several different business leaders in the Tulsa community. And I met with some of the largest business owners yesterday in a meeting, and we were talking about our kids' school. And our kids' school, we were talking about how we don't see our teachers putting pressure on our children as much as they could or they need to. And we knew as entrepreneurs that if our children did not experience pressure of some kind, there's no chance that they would be able to grow. And it concerned us because having the ability to deal and experience failure over and over and over again is extremely important. Let me jump back just real quickly to the young man I was talking about that I meet with pretty regularly. He was wanting to just quit trying because he had 2 or 3 failures. And what every real successful person knows is that, and they learn it through bad experience, by the way, generally. It's not always easy. But through experience, we've learned that it's not how many times we failed, it's how we reacted to the failure that really makes a big difference. And I'm sure that there's been probably 20 books that have had that similar statement in it. This isn't a Coreyism. This is just anyone who's successful-ism, they get this. And if you're trying to make your way up to success, you should expect failure. And then not only that, I want to change it back. Like, I want you to embrace failure and welcome it. because that's going to be the pressure that you need that's going to allow you to grow. And I'm going to wrap this up into employment here in a second, but I want to give you an analogy. I was listening to something the other day that I thought was really, really great. It was a great analogy. And this was it. I didn't know this, but it's really interesting. Lobsters, we're going in a really weird direction here. Lobsters don't have their tail, it doesn't have the ability to expand. It only is one size, and then the lobster grows, and then the lobster will feel a ton of pressure. And when that pressure gets too great, what he has to do is he has to go and get under a rock, use that rock to pull off that shell, a lot like a snake sheds its skin probably. And then, the contents of the ocean and some of the particles in the ocean will help it create a new tail for it to grow into. And the lobster will do this probably 10 or 12 times throughout its lifetime. But what causes it is it feels the pressure, has to shed that old skin so he can create some new skin, and then he'll feel the pressure again, and he'll grow a little bit bigger, and then he'll shed that skin. That's the way growth works. Pressure is a good thing. It's something that leads you to growth. And when the three different scenarios that I'm going to talk about here, one of them is the young man that I was talking about. The second is the meeting I had with all these huge entrepreneurs talking about how important watching our kids fail is. And then the third one is how this relates to people who are struggling finding employment. And what I've noticed from people who are coming in to Trinity to looking for a job, especially those that have been in the oil and gas industry, is that they are just at their wits' end at trying to figure out how to transfer their skills into a different area. And the oil and gas field still hasn't recovered. It's getting really close, but it still hasn't recovered. So we still see these people just trying and trying. And I'll tell you what, when you take away money from people and they're having to go on welfare or something like that for the very first time in their life, it gets really scary. So in the midst of the pressure, you have to somehow know that you're growing. And if you don't get that pressure, you're not going to grow. And so if you're experiencing something, especially in your job search right now, where you are just not getting anywhere and you're feeling the pressure, you just wait for about 5 years and you'll see what you learned in the midst of that trial. And later on, you're going to be able to probably talk to someone and make your struggle back then your purpose now. And you're going to be able to help someone out, say, hey, listen, it's not going to be that bad. It's going to come around. You're going to be able to express to them how you felt, and it's going to make them comfortable. It's going to be it's going to be something that'll be great for you to be able to offer that experience. But not only that, whenever you get yourself in that position again, you're going to know that everything's going to be all right because you felt that pressure before and it's not as big of a deal. And just like the lobster, feeling that pressure will make you grow. But this is the thing that you need to realize. If you're searching for employment, you're trying to switch into a new career field now, and it's not working the way that you want to. One is that all you're looking for is one yes. So going on this journey, you're going to hear possibly 100 no's. But you can't focus on the no. You've just got to know that all you need is the one yes. So what most people do is they focus on all of the no's, all of the hurdles, all of the walls, and that's where they shift their focus. Then you got to shift your focus into the hope and know that a yes is coming. And it may be that God is doing you the best favor you've ever had by saying no to all of those opportunities so that He can get you into the perfect opportunity. And that's what Trinity's all about. Listen, God's got a place for everybody. It's not always through our company, but we love it when it is, when we're able to help someone. If we can help you out with your employment in any way, please let us know. We would love to help you. But for at least this week, at least for the next 10 minutes, welcome failure and don't worry about it. And know that it's giving you the pressure that you need to grow into someone that you never thought you'd become. I hope this helped you today, and I hope you have a great day today. Thank you. Let me figure out something else to talk about. I didn't like that. I was all over the place, so I wasn't clear enough.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not.